It gives me great pleasure to introduce week 29, or so Leon tells me, of the SBTS Hastings report with my wonderful co-host, ESFL veteran Leon Pettit. First of all, Leon, how's your week been, mate?
Yeah, fine, mate. Yeah, a strangely football-free weekend, which I'm sure we'll touch upon. Ends up watching a bit of the egg chasing.
Oh dear.
No,
Oh
I don't really
dear.
know too much about rugby, but all I can say is at least we're not as bad as Wales.
Oh dear, yeah. We might have to touch on that later. Yeah, so let's crack straight into it. And obviously a weather-affected Hastings report this week for the SCFL, MSFL and ESFL. Quite a few games called off, but there was some matches, so let's get talking about them. First of all, a cracking result here on the Saturday, which was Lingfield 1, Bexhill 4. Aaron Cook with 2, Connor Robinson and Evan Archibald. Eighth placed Bexhill with a very comfortable win in the end against Lingfield. Just to mention for Lingfield, James Martin Allen got the goal and also got himself sent off for Lingfield. So there you go. Great win for Bexhill, Leon.
Yeah, no, I think he's pretty confident they'll go and get the result. So it's more the same for their sort of the last push towards the end of the season, which I'm sure I said before was similar to what they did last season. So yes, see how they finish off the season.
Yeah, you did say that. Right, so moving on to same on Saturday. Little Common 1, Crawley down Gatwick 2. Unfortunately, it's a bit of heartbreak for Little Common. I do believe, if I think it's a 93rd minute winner. Despite going 1-0 up there for Little Common, unlucky for them. Sam Ellis got the goal for Little Common. Sam Clements and Rise White with that late one. Winning it for Crawley down Gatwick. Nearly, Leon, Little Common pulled it off.
Yeah, nearly, but nearly he's not pulled it off.
Oh, you're harsh. You're harsh. I love it.
But yeah, no,
Ifs and buts, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly that. But looking at the table, Little Common are pretty much firmly mid-table. They're quite well ahead of Lingfield in 12th, sort of that bottom half of the table. They're sort of in no man's land, really. They're a few. Well, they're about 6 points behind Peacehaven in 10th. But yeah, no, properly rooted in mid-table obscurity or safety, however you'd like to see it.
Planning for next year. Right then. So no other games. So we're going to move on to the fixtures. So just so happens that tonight, Little Common are going to Peacehaven and Tilscombe. Can Little Common get over their last-minute heartbreak against Crawley and get a result at Peacehaven? They beat them. Little Common did beat them at the recreation ground in September. What are we thinking, Leon?
I'm going to say yes. Peacehaven have just come off. They lost on penalties. I don't know what stage of the FA Vars it was. Massive game for them, but you know what sort of I'm sure quite a lot of Hastings fans know out there what a cup run can do to a team's league form. So based on that, yeah, Little Common must fancy the chances.
Okay. And then on Wednesday, Bexhill are in cup competition in the Sussex RUR Charity Cup, playing Midhurst and Eastbourne, mid-table East Midhurst. I mean, you'd expect Bexhill to pull that one off, wouldn't you, Leon?
Yeah.
That one.
Go home advantage with Bexhill turning up. As I'm sure you'd like to point out that I'm harshly saying the conditions down at Polgrove. A Wednesday evening at the Polgrove's no fun for anyone involved, let alone the away team. So
yeah, you're listening, Bexhill.
Heavily favoured. Well, no, Bexhill aren't in control of the weather conditions, are they? Or what that horrible sea air can do to you. But no, yeah, just home advantage. I'd definitely go Bexhill with that one.
Again in the league, Little Common face on Saturday. Alford. Alford haven't won in 9 games. Little Common. Well, they've got to fancy themselves at that game, can't they, Leon?
Yeah, no, Alfred have, it's been a bit of a struggle for them this season. So, yeah, Little Common win there. Nothing else really. No insight to add to that.
Okay, and then on Saturday, Bexhill then have got Loxwood visiting them at the Polgrove. Thoughts on that, Leon? Or is this easy 3 points for Bexhill?
Yeah, I'd favour Bexhill. I'll be fearful to say easy 3 points because when you say that you might end up looking silly next week. But no, I still favour another team at the wrong end of the table. So favour Bexhill on their form. Okay.
Right then. So moving on to MSFL, Saturday's fixtures. So that was the 11th. Rotherfield 1, Sedlescombe Rangers 1. Regan Constable getting a goal for Sedlescombe Rangers. John Penny for Rotherfield. This was the battle of the bottom, and it ended one apiece. Spoils shares.
Yeah, yeah, no, go on. Yeah, no, sorry, I was just sort of thinking, but yeah, no, I think Rotherfield would be more happy with that result, seeing as they got 3 games in hand over Sedlescombe, 3 points behind. Obviously, I don't know how Sedlescombe would have. We don't really see much from them on social media, so you don't know how they feel about the game. But just based on what I see, I'd say Rotherfield might be more happy with that.
Okie dokie. And well, that was it for league action. But we did have the MSFL Charity Cup semi-final. Hollington against Uckfield Town. Well, Hollington 2, Uckfield Town 1. Charlie Cornford got a couple. It just so happens that I've got someone who was there. Just going to give you a quick review. And this is the wonderful Borna Totter has went along to the Gibbons, and he just said it was a tougher game than we might have expected. The Lions could and should have been out of sight in the first half with the chances they had, but second 45, Uckfield really made a game of it. Both keepers had good games, really entertaining cup tie, and a decent crowd, including plenty of faces from the local non-league scene. Always enjoy a trip to the Gibbons, says Borna Totter, don't we all? So that's that. Leon, anything to add?
No, just say they got Balcombe in the final on the 27th of March at New Haven FC. So good luck to Hollington.
Yeah, good luck. Right, so and the only other game that's mentioned on the FA website would be that the Willingdon versus Westfield was rained off, so that didn't happen. We moved to fixtures. Talking of Willingdon will be facing Sedlescombe Rangers this Saturday. You'd hope Sedlescombe would get something out of the visit to winless Willingdon, wouldn't you, Leon?
Yeah, you'd think so. Yeah, I hope so. So yeah, sure I mentioned it plenty of times. It's been a torrid season for Willingdon, but yeah, it's based on that alone. You go for Sedlescombe.
Yep. And Westfield are facing Ringmer. So Ringmer coming to the parish field. You'd expect Westfield to make short work of Ringmer, you would think. Or have I just given them the Laverick kiss of death?
We'll leave it at that.
They love me at Westfield anyway, particularly Warren Pettig. Anyway, and then in the Montgomery Cup, Battletown are facing Ridgewood. Ridgewood are from the league below, Mid Sussex Championship. You'd expect Battletown to be too good for them, wouldn't you, Leon?
Yeah, no, pretty much that really. Nothing really more to add to that.
Okay, so move on to the last upcoming fixture is the Sussex, another cup, another Hollington game, a Sussex Intermediate Challenge Cup semi-final. Hollington will be facing Punnets Town on Saturday. Punnets Town, obviously, of the ESFL Prem. But at the Gibbons, I just can't see Hollington slipping up. I mean, anything on that, Leon?
No, I mean, Punnets have done really well to get as far as they have, really, in this competition. And they beat, I think, someone from the Southern Counties Div 2, which is a step above their league. So they've got pulled out 1 or 2 good results to get this far. So, but yeah, no, you think Hollington will be too strong for them. But I'd be proud if I was a Punnets player, fan, official, whatever.
Yeah, it should be a good day out, and hopefully get good weather for it. So let's move on to the ESFL Prem. Again, weather affected. Got a result here on Saturday. Rye Town 1, Sidley United 0. Charlie Stevens getting a goal for Rye Town. And no surprise here there, really. Rye Town looking really dangerous now. They've got 4 games in hand and 5 points behind Bexhill Town, who are top. So, they really are. It sounds a bit dodgy, but they really are charging up from the rear, aren't they, Leon?
Yeah, no, I sort of noticed on the table they're finally sort of starting. They've sort of been about 4th or 5th, haven't they, quite a while? But with, like you say, plenty of games in hand. But now they're starting to creep up that table, and I personally think they'll be lifting silverware come the end of the season.
Okay, could be the kiss of death, but we won't go there. So Westfield Reserves 2, Hawkhurst United 1, DREVIE TAHIEU. And if I butchered the name there, I do apologise, with the goal for Westfield, and that man, Connor McManus, of that famous McManus family, that I'm another proud day for his dad, with a lovely little goal, actually. And Charlie Bates getting another goal for Hawkhurst. It just so happens we've got those goals. Yeah, so Westfield with the win, but it wasn't an easy one against Hawkhurst. That's the only game in the league, but we did have a game in the Cup, in the Hastings FA Intermediate Cup semi-final. It was Crowhurst 4, Bexhill Town 2. Crowhurst goals from Jan Bailey with a couple, Dominic Clark and Reece Johnson. Bexhill Town's goals from Henry Barnes and Joshua Barrett. So let's move on to ESFL Div 1. Battletown Reserves 2, Parson 2. Battletown's goals from Tyler Smith and Aston Sweetman. Unfortunately, Parson goals aren't up yet on the FA site. That's actually now two unbeaten now for bottom and winless battle. Couple of results they've had recently. So well done them. Sandhurst 1, Junior Club Tackaway 1. John Bilsby getting the goal for Sandhurst with Kale. Hackos actually getting the first goal in the game for Junior Club Tackaway. It was the clash of second versus third, and it had to wait till the second half until goals happened. But Sandhurst are 2 games in hand. They've got 2 games in hand on Tackaway, and they're 5 points behind. Now we go to the Hastings FA Junior Cup semi-final. The Sedlescombe Rangers Reserves versus Wadhurst United. Obviously, Sedlescombe Rangers Reserves of Div 2 versus Div 1's Wadhurst United. It finished 1-1, and Wadhurst won it 4-2 on penalty. So we nearly did have an upset, but Wadhurst cruised through on pens to the final, and well done to them. Moving to Division 2, not many games at all in Division 2. On Saturday, it was again who are an amazing run, really. Who 4, Nordium 75-3. The goals for Who were from Keon Cornelius, Callum Hawk Burgess, Connor Loke, and Jack Walker. Goals for Nordium, Justin Hemmings, Stephen Houseago, and Jordan Turner. Who do it again despite conceding after 30 seconds. Going behind after 30 seconds, they win again. And that's now 4 unbeaten. Well done them. Division 3, Hastings Comets 1, Orrington 3. Orrington's goals, Tom Benford, James Bliving, and Logan Rouge, with Hastings Comets goal from Brandon Smith. Orrington well up with the chasing pack for second, despite a valiant Comets display. James's goal with 20 to go killed it off for them. Move on to Hurstman 3, Parkfield 1. Hurstman goals from Curtis Ayres, Charlie Shearing, and Regan Arnott. Parkfield's goal from Callum Nolan. Top club Hurstman extend their lead over Parkfield with this convincing display. So that's looking very good for them now. And in cup competition in Div 3, involving Div 3 sides, Hastings FA Lower Division Cup semi-final. It was Catsfield 3, Ticehurst 2. Catsfield's goals, Tom Andrew, David Birch, and Jacob Jones. George Brown getting a goal for Ticehurst, and the other goal has not been indicated, so possibly an OG. Final game that we've got, it's Division 4, Wellcroft Park Rangers 3, Sedlescombe Rangers 2. It was an absolutely tremendous comeback here from Wellcroft versus second place Sedlescombe. They were 2-0 down early on, and they won it 3-2 midway through the second half through goals from Benjamin Ackhurst, who got a couple, and Vinnie Rembridge. Jake Warner put Sedlescombe 2-0 up early on, cut the goals, and but unfortunately they couldn't hold on. Okay, here we are, ESFL Team of the Week, and we have Battletown's goalie, Eden White in goal. Hurstman got left back in, Nathan Hartney, with the right back from Catsfield, Connor Smith. The centre halves are Junior Club Tackaways, Nathan Bossum, and right hounds Marcus Popple. In midfield, the central midfield pair of Sean Baldwin from Crowhurst and Junior Club Tackaways Lewis Finch. Left midfield, Sean Leonard, who we've seen many times from Crowhurst in the Team of the Week on the left-hand side, and Callum Nolan from Parkfield. Up front, we've got Hastings Comets, Brandon Smith, and Battletown's Tyler Smith. So an interesting team there, Leon, don't you think?
Yeah.
Well, that was the week that was, Leon, and I'll see you next week.
I'll see you next week, mate.